Brosplay!
Welcome back! Woo!
Dude, did you hear the Batmobile lost the wheel?
Oh shit, did
And the Joker did ballet too.
did Robin lay an egg? Why did that ever make it in there?
Cause kids suck.
And Robin lay... Oh, he's a bird. Okay, never mind.
Oh wow, I never got that either. Does that mean we're
silly?
Does that mean we're smart adults or we were stupid children?
I'm having a hard time figuring that kind of thing out. Like, if you understand someone's stupid humor, are you smart or stupid?
That is a really good point. Well, it depends. If you find it funny, it would be one thing, and if you don't find it funny, probably the other.
I wouldn't say someone's stupid for liking something as finding something funny. Well,
it depends.
I would want to say it that way, but it's not.
If you're
the way I anyway, go ahead.
Like, let's say you're watching a movie, which is like this really powerful, really interesting movie, and then there's a scene where a guy farts, and someone just starts like laughing, like hysterically.
Yeah.
You look at that person and you go, "That's what you're getting out of this? This is a subtitled movie, and you're laughing at a fart." I don't know.
That's what the fuck was I just watching?
Hey, Gordon, you're deep in thought. Oh,
that's
like the old version of the Bluetooth.
Everyone wants to say that in their life, don't they? I gotta go. Batman's here.
Of course he's scaring you. He's dressed in black. He looks like he's gonna... Well, I mean, he looks like he's gonna do exactly what he's gonna do.
He looks weird without glasses.
Gordon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to think about what they look like because I've only ever seen the movies.
Give me back my family.
So I'm basically just picturing Gary Oldman. And it's not him.
This guy, to me, actually seems more like Gordon to me, even though I don't even know what Gordon's like.
Yeah, I don't know the character either.
He just fits. I love Oldman's version of it, though. He's fucking brilliant.
I just love Gary Oldman. He's just great in everything he does.
So I went and read up on it. Turns out, like, you know, we were wondering why Barbara Gordon's named like his wife and his daughter.
Barbara.
It's exactly what you said. It's senior junior.
Really?
Yeah. So, also, interesting thing about this Barbara, she used to be Batgirl.
Like your daughter?
No. Gordon's daughter.
Oh, right. Gordon's daughter. No. That would be pretty hilarious.
Like that sideswipe?
If there was another Barbara, it was your daughter.
I named my daughter after your daughter. They're also she's also Batgirl.
Have you noticed how many sideswipes I do in Mercenaries and Crackdown?
No. It's been a while since we played Mercenaries.
I love sideswipes. Well, especially because in a video game you don't have to worry about murdering the other driver.
I never worry about murdering the other driver in real life. I just assume it'd be fine, like video games.
Yeah, most people are pretty proficient, high-level, skilled, experienced, and calm drivers.
Yeah.
Right? That's what everyone sees on the road.
Especially the majority of humanity.
I'm sure I'm one of the worst drivers on the road, but I know that they're...
You are a fantastic driver. Did I guess defeat
I'm
him by touching him? I didn't even try to do that. I'm on fire.
You know, electrical pads, dude. You can defeat anybody by touching them.
I do have electrical pads.
I shall defeat you by touching
I'm a fucking Pokemon.
I'm a Pokemon.
Okay, apparently this is where I've stopped.
Well, the one thing that's always bothered me about that Pokemon thing is that it can't be a Pokemon because it's supposed to be a pocket monster, not a manster.
Pokemon is the fucking thing didn't work. You gotta tell the people in your life to stop texting you while we're using your phone as a thing.
I don't think we turned it on.
Oh.
That's what happens when you don't turn on a timer, it doesn't count.
I like Alfred, but I don't want to hear your face, alright?
Yeah, there's some scenes where I think there should be an option. Once you defeated the game, there should be an option. Do you want to be shown how to do stuff?
I think you should be immediately available to turn that nonsense off. Also, I haven't beat the game.
Well, I don't know. I understand if they want to put you through the game in a certain cinematic way. Like, they want you to see that. But then once you've done it the one time, this is all very, very frustrating. I haven't even done this yet, and it's frustrating.
This is frustrating, and all he's doing is explaining that there are optional missions. There's nothing like a mandatory explanation of optional missions. For fuck's sake.
Well, it's kind of like when you're standing there and someone's like, Oh, did you know that there's this show on Netflix that's about wild cats that just live with people? And you're like, oh, that sounds really cool. And they're like, yeah, it's like super interesting. They set it in this place, and you're just thinking, I gotta get out of this conversation. I gotta go somewhere. If I was on a cliff, I would just jump and hope there's water at the bottom.
I get into those situations so often. It's so nice in retail when somebody has a real conversation with you, and so frustrating when you know it's at a point where you can't talk, but you really want to. But at the same time, they're a customer, and hey, the customer's always right.
Yeah, that's a fine line. The customer's right up until the point when they start fucking with you and like what you're trying to get done.
Here's the silly part. I have to take out the drones on the ground before I can take to the rooftop entrance.
Wouldn't destroying all the drones on the ground actually draw them to that building? Letting them know that you're probably in the area?
Although they know it's Wayne Tower, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so it's not a secret fucking entrance at all?
Probably not. Well, it's a secret entrance to a not so... Oh no, it's just a fucking tower. Why do I have low armor? Why haven't you given me armor between episodes? Or between fucking missions?
Well, that's not how the world works, bro.
That's how Batman works.
Yeah, it's true. He'd be like Iron Man. He'd just have detachments that would just come off and repair his shit.
Fucking B-Man. This game is amazing, and it has so much variety. And people made fun of this segment, the tank scene. They were like, "It's fucking Batman. This would be fucking stupid." I think it's amazing. I think it's the Batman version of this scene, though. Like, it's not just a tank scene.
Well, why can't Batman take on a new thing?
Look at this thing. I'm strafing back and forth, and if I feel like it, I can fucking drop.
Yeah, you should stop.
I had low armor.
Trying to make points.
But my point is, I could fucking spin around him, do a burnout, and then switch back into a shooty doodly, and shoot the doodly doodly in his face. You know?
I just have this feeling that that's always kind of where Batman's been going. But I think the thing that really screws with me is the fact that they're supposed to be like these unmanned vehicles. Who the fuck would put murderous tanks out on the street all by remote control?
Arkham Knight.
Oh, the Arkham Knight?
The Arkham Knight.
Even then, why not just put a person behind the wheel? Like, you would save yourself millions of dollars worth of computer technology.
So apparently he's supposed to be a big reveal.
What?
The Arkham Knight. Like who he is supposed to be a big reveal.
Oh, so it is revealed at some point?
This game's not very good at checkpointing. Like, this is a bad spot to put me. You definitely could have put me at the fucking base of the tower. Motherfuckers.
Oh, you have to get all the way... Well, I mean, you're not that far.
I'm not that far. But anyway. Yeah, apparently who he is a big reveal. I actually haven't figured it out. I'm 89% through the main mission in my other playthrough and still haven't figured it out. So it's going to be a while, folks.
Well, it's going to be, a long while before we get there on this.
Well, because we're... Thank you. Thank you for explaining it, and as a result, causing me to leave what I was doing.
9% done?
We're 22% done the main mission.
Oh, okay. That's cool that they have two different counts.
Yes.
I hate games that say, oh, you're only 39% of the game. Assuming you get all the collectibles and do all the side missions
Yeah,
and
that's
just
some
generally
bullshit.
toil about.
Especially because you're like, oh, shit, yeah, I got 50% left, and the game ends, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, well, just don't give me unrealistic expectations. That's the only thing that I ask. I mean, I ask for a million things, but unrealistic expectations is one of them.
Yeah, speaking of unrealistic expectations, I really want to discuss the body image fiasco that our society has gone through recently, with this idea that attractive women are creating an unrealistic goal. I think the real issue here is it's a mental thing. Because an attractive lady...
Do you mean a mental illness thing?
It's not an illness, I wouldn't push it that far, but like an attractive lady is not discouraging a little bit of pudge, you know? It's like that fucking dipshit, that TA who put out that thing, was like, Harambe memes are microaggressions toward the African American community. Like, what are you trying to say?
Are you trying to say that you're gorillas?
Are you trying to say that the African community looks like gorillas?
That's what she's saying.
It's almost like
that racist bitch.
It's like this. It's like, I think it was a guy, but it's
what,
like
that racist bitch.
I think it was like this person's like, It's a microaggression against black people because they don't look like the thing that you're... I don't understand what I'm trying to do anymore.
I'm just talking.
I'm just saying, I just want people to love me.
Well, I heard on a podcast with Michael Shermer today that there's a couple of universities that have actually essentially issued statements saying that there will be no safe spaces, there will be no trigger warnings. Yeah, well, it's basically just telling people that anything you want as far as your rights and fair treatment, that's great. Everything beyond that, just be quiet and go do your university studies.
Well, I heard a really great thing from Imgro the other day. Safe spaces are danger zones for everyone else.
Ooh. I guess there's an opposite to everything. As if they didn't hear you.
It's okay.
I guess you're Batman. You're stealthy as fuck.
It's a fear multi takedown. No.
Oh.
Why did my armor match the fucking car's armor?
Because Batman is one with the vehicle.
Was that a partial yawn? How fucking dare you?
Hey, yawning is how you get over being tired, I believe.
No, yawning is yes. Go ahead. I heard a speech in grade 8. Yawning is like it's an immediate, like your brain immediately needs oxygen or something, or believes it needs oxygen.
Yeah, you seem to exhale when you yawn. It's very strange.
It's kind of both. How many people do you think just yawned?
Probably a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's infectious, but it's also heavily infectious when you're not thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like when someone does it and you're like, no, I don't want to get tired, you might not. But when you're not thinking about it, it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen. It's going to come for you.
He's coming. Hold and release to blade takedown. That's pretty neat.
It actually kind of looks like it's one where you get a knife and you just get to stab people. It's kind of what I was hoping.
He's got so many names that imply that he would carry a blade. He's referred to as the Knight.
That's a good point.
And
he
yet,
does wear armor.
No blades. He finally wears armor. I guess he kind of wore armor before, but...
Yeah, he really should be the Dark Monk.
The Dark Monk.
Or the Dark... Yeah, I mean, that's pretty appropriate.
Okay, I never tried this before. Fuck, wrong buttons. Okay, alright. Let's get out of this mode first of all. Let's take a swing back around. Back around. Apparently I can aimed grapple gun. I'm holding L2. It's not working. What the fuck was that, Batman?
I mean, at least you didn't break your face off of that.
Yeah. I'm usually pretty happy about not breaking my face, but not today.
Well, what you were saying about before, about how... Jesus, that was...
What the fuck was that, Batman?
I don't think I understand.
It told me I could use batarangs while flying. Apparently not. Oh, maybe it has to be in the fucking swing. You know what's really frustrating about this is I have to go put those points back in because it doesn't save after you put points in.
Checkpoints.
You know what fucking game saves after you level up? Fallout 4, and that's a game that expects you to manually save, and this auto-saving game doesn't do that.
Hey man, it's one of those things. Saving is a really finicky issue. Not as bad as quick loads, but...
Oh, quick load.
I'm not even gonna get you started on the quick loads.
Fuck, man. Quick load, unskippable cutscenes, and I don't know, a third thing. The worst parts of gaming.
The worst things. The bottom 3.
Mitch's bottom 3.
Oh man.
Tiny bite-sized foods, or tiny versions of already bite-sized foods. Holy fuck, is Strong Bad ever a funny character?
Yeah, and from so long ago.
He is. That's like OG internet content, man.
Yeah, that is the original era of, I guess memes. Those are just some of the earliest memes.
I suppose that,
like internet memes.
Yeah, I guess meme...
Like Trogdor is probably one of the oldest memes on the internet.
It's really long. That's a really old meme.
I guess that's more from the popular era of memes. It's definitely a lot older. You know, like we weren't even around for the original days of the internet, like when Reddit was first invented.
Reddit was like 9 years ago.
Yeah, I don't even think I was like 9 years ago? I think I was just about to enter high school. So at that point, maybe I played WoW, but that was kind of like the extent of my online life.
Remember when I was saying that I could have been into 6th back in Mom's house?
Yeah.
I could have watched Game Grumps back at Mom's house.
Yeah.
Their first episodes were in 2012.
Yeah, the things that we were around for but just weren't a part of. Did you know you could have used Napster when you were in grade 8?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's crazy. My girlfriend used Napster. That was what blew my mind. Because I used to think of Napster as this thing they mentioned in like the Italian Job. And I was like, oh, it's ancient software.
Yeah, it's pretty old. I mean, it's dead, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus, it was dead like months after it was made. Or years, I don't remember. But
yeah, the problem is it didn't use anonymous, that was a weird camera. It didn't use anonymous IPs or something, like, so you could figure out who actually took your stuff. And that's why I wish I had like a bad nickname for Lars Ulrich, but he essentially created that issue. He pursued as a band, but I think he was the main guy.
Yeah, I definitely believe.
No. But
yeah, I definitely believe that that's how it went. Little Drummer Boy wasn't happy.
They can sue you for like $5,000 a track.
Still.
Yeah. Which I don't disagree with the idea that stealing is a problem. It's when you're making hundreds of millions of dollars and you choose to go after some fuckface.
Well, I think the idea is that they are seeing it like that. They're saying like, oh, this fuckface figures he can't even cop for our album or listen to us on one of the free platforms, especially now. I think that was something that someone started to point out, was that if people are stealing stuff, that means it's not set up right.
Yeah.
There needs to be a better way of getting this service to that person for some sort of reward. Whereas with music, there are those things now. Like, you can use Spotify, as shitty as the mobile app is. You can use, 8-tracks and a whole slew of other things. Some paid for, some not. But just back then, goddamn, there was no options.
Yeah. Fuck, I just had something. Oh, Gaben, yeah. Not that, I mean, recently Gabe Newell has been a little disappointing in how their ridiculous Steam Greenlight system is almost designed to be as broken as the YouTube copyright system, and that's a bit of an issue. But Gabe said that if people, what did he say? It was like the service is a problem, like not the customer or something like that. Like if people want to get your content and they can't get it in a way so they're stealing it, they clearly want the product. The issue is with the service.
Yeah, exactly. You need to find an appropriate channel to get it to those people.
Absolutely. Like, right or wrong, you have to figure out what reality's about. Because at the end of the day, reality is how much money you're making or not making. You could be losing money because you just don't want to make it available. And I'm so impressed with Last Week Tonight has been putting longer and longer and more segments on just straight up on YouTube, and that's so smart.
Well, probably not more and more. I've actually noticed the last 3 or 4 of their uploads have all been those 3-minute web exclusives.
Yeah, but they're off. So
this isn't the middle of the season, you're saying?
Those are bonus. Like, they used to rarely ever upload things, and now they've been doing full 20-minute segments and stuff. That never used to happen.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong about that.
As long as I've known about Last Week Tonight, they've been doing those 20-minute segments. These are the only ones I watch. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because the web exclusive, I like his comedy, but I really prefer his context. And you can't really get that much in a 3-4 minute episode.
Absolutely. For fuck's sake, Batman.
So the button to go under the gate and the button to take him down are the same?
It's the button to do this, because I just thought it would be funny as the last guy. You just punch him slowly to death.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you for joining us.
Slowly is not the right word.
Next episode, more boring Bat computer stuff, I guess.
More clock tower.
Yeah.